Welcome back to the 2 Minute Warning, episode 346. Back on the topic of baseball. Today, going to be talking about whether or not the Blue Jays can win their division, the American League East. Obviously, signed George Springer this offseason, signed Marcus Semien, really making money moves. So, again, going to be talking about whether or not they can win their division. But first, your question of the day. Among the teams in the AL East, of course, the Yankees, Red Sox, Orioles, Rays, and Blue Jays, who has the most division titles? That might be pretty simple, so I'm going to go a step further and say how many division titles does the team with the most have in that division. So again, stick around for the answer at the end of the video, and if you know it, comment below. Let's get right into the video. To answer the question simply, do the Blue Jays have a chance to win this division? Absolutely yes. This team is going to be very exciting this year. I'm very confident in what they put together with this extremely young lineup. Like I said, not a lineup that's really proven a whole lot yet. They have a lot of room to grow, but the talent in that lineup is absurd. The young talent, the sky's the limit really for what I see in the Blue Jays lineup, and I'm just really excited to see what they can do this year, and I think they have a chance to win this division. As far as what teams are in contention for it, I'm going to rule out the Orioles simply because they were the worst team in the division last year, and they have been for a while. They don't have a lot going for them. I'm also going to rule the Red Sox out. They've been irrelevant since they traded away Mookie Betts last year. They're really two big bats away and a good starter away from being in contention for this division. So the Red Sox and the Orioles are kind of out of this conversation for me. So, of course, we have the Rays, who were the reigning division champs last year, and the Blue Jays and the Yankees that are really in contention for this division. Now, like I said, those three teams are really what's in contention. I really want to give more credit to the Rays than I'm going to, just because they are, yes, the reigning AL champs, trip to the World Series, put up a good fight against the Dodgers, but I don't think they have really what it takes to win the division this year. Looking at the Rays lineup, of course, the main three starters last year were Glasnow, Snell, and Charlie Morton, two of which have been traded away. Morton to the Braves. Snell has found himself to San Diego with the Padres. So Glasnow remains. What did the Rays do? They signed Chris Archer today. Go check out the other video on that I just made, talking about what that means for this Rays team, but short and sweet, not a whole lot. So Archer, Glasnow, and I have Yarbrough as my main three Rays starters. So their pitching staff has taken a huge hit from what they put together last year. And then their lineup between, I got Austin Meadows leading off, Brandon Lau in the 2-hole, the great Randy Rosarino in the 3 spot, Choi in the 4-hole, Margot Manuel in the 5 spot, Joey Wendell, Willie Adames, and Kevin Kiermaier. So the Rays lineup is solid, but there's just such a small chance that, in my opinion, that they can put together what they put together last year and do it again this year. So I just think this Rays team is just, there's not a lot of room. I think they're only going downhill from where they were last year. This is a team we should see make the playoffs and maybe win a wild card round. But I don't have a whole lot of faith in them, and I don't think they can win the division, but they will certainly be in the conversation. So that's the Rays for you. I do think the Jays can certainly win more games than the Rays. This Rays team is a team that I see hitting 80, 85 wins at most. So at that point, you're looking at a team that's just over 500. Maybe they'll win 90 games. So I think the Blue Jays are a team that we're talking winning 95 to 100 games, which of course puts them higher up in the division than the Rays. So head-to-head, I think the Blue Jays are going to be a better team than the Rays in this coming season. So that leaves the main competition being the Yankees. Who do the Yankees have to throw to pitch? The ace, Garrett Cole, he's obviously the number one guy. Now, of course, Trevor Bauer not out of the picture for any of these teams. For any team in the league, he's not out of the picture. For signing him, it looks like he's going to the Mets. But I know the Yankees were in the earlier stages of where's Trevor Bauer going to go. The Yankees were in the conversation. So to rule that out is impossible. I'm not going to, but I don't think he's going to the Yankees. So I'm going to include Garrett Cole, of course, right-hander, Jordan Montgomery, lefty, Domingo German, who is very talented but battled suspensions last year, and then Davy Garcia as my 4-man Yankee starter, and throwing Luis Severino if he's healthy and if he starts or relieves, whatever, or comes in relief. So the Yankees starting lineup, not too bad. Their lineup, obviously, I think second best in baseball, second to only the Dodgers with no particular order here. I just kind of wrote down their names. Aaron Hicks, Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Giancarlo Stanton, Gio Urshela, DJ LeMahieu, Luke Voigt, Clint Frazier, I think he will be implemented more this year. He's proven a lot in the last couple seasons. And Gleyber Torres, a young guy. So the Yankees lineup, on paper, definitely better than the Blue Jays, and I have a strong belief that they can put together a better season. but the Yankees are just notorious for kind of not playing up to what they look like on paper. They've done it last year. They went out in the ALDS against the Rays. The year before, they went out in ALCS against the Astros. So they're always coming up short. Of course, that is playoff baseball, regular season. I think if I had to choose, I think the Yankees are going to win more games than the Blue Jays, and they're going to be a 105, 110 win team. That's a little much. I think 100 to 105 wins is what the Yankees will get, and I think the Blue Jays will be in that 95 to 100 range. So it'll be close, but I think the Yankees will finish the year 2 or 3 games up on the Blue Jays and win this division. But to say the Blue Jays can't top them and win it is totally out of the picture. I think it's very possible. What are the Blue Jays working with? Of course, I've did several videos on the Blue Jays, but I'm going to touch on it again. You got Ryu as the top guy in the bullpen, also complemented with Robbie Ray, Ross Stripling, Tanner Roark, Nate Pearson, and Thomas Hatch. Some of those guys are young, not a whole lot of innings. So this Blue Jays team desperately needs another ace. Again, Trevor Bauer, definitely more likely that he goes to the Blue Jays than the Yankees, but again, looking like the Mets have him very interested. So I'm not going to assume he goes to the Mets, but it's very possible. So the Blue Jays starting rotation really needs another strong arm to be elite, and I think their lineup is set. I've been over this 100 times. I think they're very good at the plate and on defense. That outfield with Randall Grichuk and George Springer and Lourdes Gurriel. The lineup, of course, I got Springer leading off. Then Marcus Semien, who they just signed from Oakland. That's really big. Bichette in the 3 spot. Teoscar Hernandez, and then in the 5 spot in that range, you either got Biggio, who's very, very versatile in the field and good at the plate, and then you got Vladdy Jr., who's got one of the best swings in baseball, and then Lourdes Gurriel, who, like I said, very, very up-and-coming guy. He had a great postseason last year, and only up from here for him, and then Rowdy Tellez and Danny Jansen in the 8 and 9 spot. So I have zero reasons to doubt this lineup. I guess I have one reason to doubt this lineup because they're young. But talent-wise, I think they got it under control at the plate. So they need one big starter to really be good. And then that bullpen, I got Yates, Romano, and Rafael Dolis. Solid bullpen. So, and the Yankees, of course, traded Adam Ottavino, but their bullpen I think is better than the Blue Jays. So the lineups, the Yankees got a little bit of an edge. The starting pitchers, Yankees got a little bit of an edge. So overall, Yankees have a little bit of an edge. They are the better team. So I got the Yankees taking this division. Tough for me to say. I'm a Rays fan. I don't like the Yankees, but I think they're going to be better than the Blue Jays. But I'll certainly be rooting for the Blue Jays this year. So overall, can the Jays win the AL East? Absolutely yes. Will they win the AL East? I'm going to have to go with no. I think the Yankees will take that. But that's all for the video, guys. As far as the question of the day, the most AL East champions by a team in the division. You got the New York Yankees, of course, but with how many? 19 division titles. Guys, thanks for watching. 2 Minute Warning.